Hi everyone, it's Mahashivratri day 8 today, so there's 1 week to go exactly, and I'm getting really excited. Today's session was really different, and one thing is that basically from the moment I stood up to do this for the Shiva Namaskar, I almost just couldn't stop smiling and I was thinking about that in relation to hand positions and how Satguru talks about if your hands are like this, it's different to when your hands are like this, with your inner body and your breathing and all sorts of things. And I was thinking, because it wasn't a thought that made me smile. I literally just did the Namaskar pose and I couldn't stop grinning. So basically, I would say that maybe for half an hour this morning, I've just been smiling. For no reason whatsoever. Just the yoga, I think, is making me smile. And that must be doing something amazing on the inside that I can't see, but I can certainly feel. I would say that my gut is pretty much back to normal again, and I think that made a huge difference this morning. I felt so much stronger. So when I was kind of coming up into poses, I was being able to do it with like just this kind of inner strength that I haven't had in the last week or so. The other thing that I've noticed strength-wise, physically-wise within my body, because yesterday I did Angamardama, but just even without Angamardama, my shoulders here are getting much kind of more toned and strong. And then this part here, my kind of upper there and my back and all this part here, yeah, that feels different. And what was I going to say? Hang on. Oh yeah, so because I did Angamardama, the first time I had to come down with my hands from the bow to point down, and normally I touch the floor really easily, and because my hamstrings were really tight this morning, the first 3 or 4 times I couldn't touch the floor because I was like feeling really creaky. So yeah, by the 4th, 5th time from then onwards, my fingers could touch the floor when I came down in Shiva Namaskar. And then when I was doing Surya Kriya later on, by the end of Surya Kriya I could bring my hands flat down to the floor either side of my feet. But it took the whole thing for me to get back to that place. So it just shows you that, you know, even if you're stiff, you can still do yoga. And it still helps you to kind of loosen up and to get lubricated again and to kind of undo any blockages that you have inside you. Yeah, blockages. I was thinking about that too. Not really when I was doing yoga, but generally. Blockages. You know how some people, they might go and have a session of massage or acupuncture or go for a run or something. I think that's a lot what yoga is about, just kind of undoing blockages yourself, with your own body, with your own practice. You know, you don't need someone else to do it for you. You can do it yourself with your practice and with what you're putting in your body. And so for example, when I was lying on my stomach this morning and I was doing my quick, rapid, light breaths, in SK as I call it, within, say I was doing the 5 breath one, the longer one, I could feel that at certain times different stomach muscles releasing and relaxing, and just the kind of the physical pose changed slightly while during the breathing, and that's a bit like undoing blockages. So without even trying or doing anything or making any effort to do it, your body just kind of shifts and does what it needs to do to kind of align itself. and then you notice that the way you're breathing and the way it feels and the sensations, it changes in all sorts of parts of your body. And yeah, so that's kind of me trying to explain how blockages can be released within the physical body. So I've just thought of something else. You know how if you've got all the lights on in the room, some of you might not feel this, but I find that, I don't know, maybe I've got quite good hearing, but some electric lights make a kind of low buzzing sound. And it's almost like I can feel the electricity going to the lights and coming out of the lights. And here I've got 2 switches, and I've got 2 switches over there on the walls. And I just make a point to take out any plugs and to turn the switches off. And I turn all the lights out, so I've got natural light. And you know, most of the time my eyes are closed. I don't need to really see what I'm doing, so it doesn't need to be a bright room. And I know that Satguru says, you know, especially in the winter months, that the lighter a room can be with your lamps and things, it will change. It will change you having that light. It does benefit you, but I just feel it's the unnaturalness of having the electric light on around me and the buzz of electricity generally. And the same when I'm sleeping. If I'm around someone else's house and I'm in the same room as the Wi-Fi box, I hate it. I usually ask very kindly, would you mind if I turn off your Wi-Fi? And basically turn off as many switches as I can, because it really does make a sound, and then you've got that little light on, or the flashing lights or whatever, all night. And I think that does kind of affect your sleep and affect the kind of energy in the room. That was new as well for me today. So at the end of SK, when you do the lying down and you've got your 61 points, I'd kind of finished all of that, the 3 rounds and everything, and then I was just lying there, and I noticed that when I was breathing that everything just felt really kind of clear, and I was getting these kind of slightly visual feelings, even with my eyes closed here at this point, kind of moving away from me, a little bit of colour, not much. But another thing that was different was when I was going around the body, normally I find it quite difficult to bring attention and awareness to my fingertips. And today, I don't know if it was the clarity in kind of my gut and that was making a difference, but it was almost like I was switching on my points and my chakras in my fingers, and that they were really, I just had this kind of more attentive awareness and a kind of extra sensation in that part of my body. So that felt quite different and really nice. I'm looking forward to seeing my friend Kristen today. I'm going to see her soon. I actually met her on my yoga teacher training course. So when we meet, we usually have all sorts of chats, yoga related, and I love that because I don't get to do it very often. And then my friend that I've known the longest, Andrea, is coming tonight from London, so I'm really, really excited about that. I haven't seen her for over 6 months, so that's going to be amazing. Can't wait. So I think that's it. Namaskar everyone, and I hope that Mahashivratri Sadhana Day 8 was interesting for you, and I'll probably see you again tomorrow for another round of my findings and explorations and experiences and discussions on different topics around yoga. Thank you very much, and bye bye.